I'm going to go back to some more basic moves. We'll do some balancing with tree pose. And again, reminding ourselves when we sit, whether we're sitting on the ground, whether we're sitting in a chair even, it is really nice to have the sit bones, the two bones down on our body, to be on the edge so our pelvis tilts forward. And you'll notice what happens is my spine became straight. If I didn't have this, sometimes I end up rounded. So really having that slight support makes a huge difference in how we sit, especially when we're going into meditation and you want to sit for a longer time. And also in general, I just want to say that asana means to sit, and every pose in a yoga practice is helping our bodies then sit longer in meditation. The purpose of the asana is to have our bodies be strong and limber enough so we can sit in silence. So that is one of the purposes of the practice. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to just close our eyes, roll the shoulders down the back, soften the neck, and take a deep breath in the nose and really fill the belly today. We didn't go into pranayama, we'll do that next week, but you want to fill the belly and then slowly let it go out of the mouth like you're blowing out of a straw. And this is helping to reduce any tensions in the mind. It's letting go of any tenseness in the body, but even getting rid of old air out of the body. So a couple more. Let it go. And one more, inhale. And slowly let it go. So while we're here today, we'll go ahead and go into Ujjayi breath. We've talked about it the last 2 weeks. In the Ujjayi breath, you're breathing in the nose and out of the nose. But imagine that you're breathing through the throat. You're going to feel the air going down through the throat and out of the throat, as if you're constraining it just a little. And I'm going to count to 3 as you breathe in, and I count to 4 as you breathe out. And this is a great way to slow down the breath, to slow down the mind, to reduce blood pressure, diabetes. It's a beautiful breath to use at any time during the day, and we'll use it throughout this entire practice. So go ahead and breathe in for 1, 2, 3, hold. Exhale out of the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Completely exhale and then inhale again for 1, 2, 3, hold. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And just continue to breathe this way as we continue in the practice. As you open your eyes, lengthen the arms straight up and inhale, lengthen. And exhale the cactus, and remind ourselves to practice that this is your practice. And then bring the elbows in together and then open them out. You're going to listen to your body and do what is right for you. We're all very different. To make this all very unique, so do what's good for you. Do not judge yourself. Do not expect anything. Just be here in the moment. And then inhale. And then one more time. Reach all the way up. And then interlace the fingers and press the palms up. Gaze up. And then press the hands forward. And you're going to be rounding up the upper back. So tuck it under. And then reach the hands back behind you. Pull the knuckles down the back and lift the heart and chest. And then release the arms on the side. And then you're going to bend the elbows in, touch the shoulders. Goes out and in for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Stay here. Elbows in. Squeeze and open. Squeeze and open. We're just working into all the joints of the upper body. And 2. And 1. And one more time. Bring the right hand all the way up, left hand down, and then the hand on the outside of the head. Just gently bring the right ear to right shoulder. Notice one thing, if the shoulder is coming up towards the ear, bring it down. Right hand down, left hand to the outside, left ear to left shoulder. And release, inhale. And exhale, bring the hands back. And then we're just going to lengthen the right leg straight out. So if you're on the chair, you can bring right one and bring it out to the outside a little bit. Good. And then bring the left hand up. And you're just going to slide the hand and reach over. Exhale. Come back up. Now turn your body towards the leg and exhale, tap it in front. So you have a different stretch. It's the back of the leg versus the inner leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, over. Inhale, lift. Turn and exhale over. And come all the way back. Both hands up. Bring the right hand to the outside. Left hand behind. And you're going to do a little twist here. Just twist to the left. This is great for digestion. Great for massaging the inner organs. And then come back in. And then bend this knee and take a hold of the leg. So you can take a hold of, yep. And then bring this left heel towards the left shoulder, or right heel to the left shoulder. And then you're going to stretch this right hip here. You can lift it a little higher. Okay. Deep breath. And release. And then bring the other leg out. So left leg is going to come out. And then same thing, right hand up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. Turn your body forward. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. You're going to get a big stretch in the back of the legs and the inside of the legs. Exhale, and the side body. Inhale, lift. Turn, exhale, tap. And inhale, lift. And the right hand to the outside of the right side. And left hand over. And then twist to the right. Really twist to the belly button, to the chest, and to the shoulders, and then the neck. And come back. Bring both legs back in. And I'm going to take off the pillow from underneath. And I'm going to press the feet down into the mat. Press the elbows in towards each other. And then lift the hips up. Okay. So take a deep breath and you're stretching into the chest. One more deep breath. And then release. Now take that left ankle and bring it onto the right side. So you can, perfect, yes. And turn the hands over and then press the chest towards the shins. And if you're up, you can kind of do a forward bend instead. So you can reach forward and exhale. You're going to get stretch in this left glute and left hip, yep. And release. Bring that left leg forward, you can reach it up. And then just rotate the ankles a few times. Good, 3. And then the other way. And then point and flex, point and flex. And then even lift it up for 5. You're working onto these quads, really great for strengthening the knee joint because you're working muscles around it. And 2, and 1, and bring it back in. Good. This time, the right ankle on the left thigh. Turn the hand, keep the hands where they are. Sorry, fingertips are facing you. And, oh no, turn the hands around, sorry. And then if you're on the chair, you're leaning forward. If you're here, chest forward. Notice again my spine. I'm not rounding up. I'm pressing my chest forward. I'm pressing my hands down. And then release. Here we go again. Here we're going to rotate the ankle both ways. Up and down for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And bring the legs out. I'm going to do a little core workout for you here. And then we'll continue with this practice. So bring your arms up. So if you're here, you can just bring your legs slightly forward maybe and lean slightly back. Yeah. And you're going to press it, lean it back as far as you can, but then straighten out the spine and then press the hands back. If it's too much, just keep your hands here and just hold it here. For 4 and press. And 3 and 2. Hold it back. Tap the hands to the side and lift and tap. And lift. So you're using your side body or using your front body. 1 more. And lift. And now this time, bring the left knee in. And lengthen. Bring the right. And lengthen. Let's do more. And lift. And lengthen. And squeeze. And lengthen. And come all the way back up and just stretch the spine out. And we're gonna cross our legs and come onto all fours. So going into cat and cow, we're gonna press the hands wide open and then press your hands as if they're pressing together if you're on the ground. Let the belly fall, open the collarbones and press your chest forward. Open the collarbones wide, let the belly fall, tailbone lifts up. As you exhale, you're gonna tuck it under, round it up, belly in. And maybe you'll turn the hands around the other way so your fingertips are facing your legs, and then do that again. Inhale, belly comes down, open the collarbone. And exhale, tuck it under, round it up, press into the ground. And come back to center. Bring your hands back to neutral. And then lengthen the right arm straight forward, palm is facing down, and left leg straight back. There we go. We can cross legs. Go ahead. Here we go. And hold it there. Notice my hips are facing the ground. I'm not lifting my hips in any way. Flex the back foot and then just lift a small lift. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Hold it up. Squeeze the glutes together. Hold it. And then bring that left leg out to the side. Maybe you bring it down to slide it. And maybe you're able to keep it up and bring it out to the side. Hold it there. Right hand outside. Beautiful. Deep breath. And then release. Good. Shift your hips slightly back and get a stretch in the inner thigh. So if you're on the chair, you can go ahead and bring your leg out. And you can even come all the way down. You can lean forward. Deep breath. And then come back all the way. And you're going to slide that leg back behind you. And then we're going to go into that plank pose. So those who are comfortable in plank, we'll bring both legs back. If it's not a good place for you, bring both knees back in, right? Otherwise, you are just going to lift the legs up to use your core. And you can use your core this way if you're there, okay? And you can press your palms up or forward, whatever feels good. Hold it here. Squeeze your glutes. Tuck the tailbone under. Press into the palms. Shoulders on top of the wrist. One more deep breath. Good, one more. And release. And we'll do the other side. So this time, my left arm, right leg. And you're gonna lift 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Left hip is towards the ground. Left shin is pressing down. And then bring that right leg out to the side, your choice. Just slide it over, or you can lift it and bring it out. Oops, sorry. Lift it out, hold, and release. Bring both palms forward, and then exhale, shift your hips back. You can get a little stretch here. And come back up. And then this time my right leg is gonna slide back. And my left leg is gonna also come back. Okay, so we're back into plank or back onto all fours. Your choice of what's better for you. You're listening to your inner self, what it's telling you to do. Hold it here, deep breath. And now bend the knees and tap the knees to the ground. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Off. And stay there for a moment and come all the way down. We're going to go into chaturanga. So you're going to move the hands underneath the shoulders and then bend the elbows back towards each other. Instead of outward, you're gonna bend them towards each other. And then maybe you just come down 1 inch or come down to the forehead touches the mat and then press it back up. Really working triceps, working your arms. And let's do that again. Come on down, maybe 1 inch, 2 inches or touch. And press. And then finally, we're gonna come all the way down for chaturanga before we finish up into upward dog. So bend the elbows, forehead comes down, chin comes down, forehead, chin, chest, and then slide the belly forward. Good. Going into cobra. Oh. Bring your hands underneath your armpits and press the 10 toenails down. and lift the knees. And stay there for a moment. Just really work the legs strong. Press the elbows together. And then gaze up. Press the heart forward. Keep the toenails down, but lift the knees off the mat into Bhujangasana. And you can even lift the hands to see how that feels. Your choice to keep it down or up. Deep breath. And slowly release it back down. And then working on the upper back, you're going to bring the hands behind the head and lift your elbows high. Okay. Lift the head and chest and hold it there. Now, before you do much more, squeeze the belly button in to protect your low back. Stay here, squeeze the elbows high. If you can do more, you lift the legs. If you want to keep the legs down, that's good too. Deep breath in the nose and let it slowly out of the nose. Squeeze the belly button in. Really strengthening the glutes, which also helps with knees. One more deep breath. And slowly release it. Bring your hands underneath your forehead or just rest your cheek on the arms. And just notice what your breath is feeling like right now. Listen to it. Just notice the rhythm and the strength. And then bring your hands underneath your, bring your fingertips underneath your armpits, squeeze the elbows, and we're gonna try upward dog today. I'll give you two options. Toenails down, lift the chest, and then you can lift the hips and stay there, and just some of your arms are straight, so you're straight, you can put your arms on your legs, or lift the knees off the mat and hold it here. And notice the collarbones are wide open, chest is open, and see if you can straighten out the arms here.
Well, that I'll be sitting up.
That's okay though. And deep breath. And exhale. Let's go into your child pose for a moment. Take a breath. And even child pose is great to open up the hips, to open up the spine. And we're going to go right into a downward dog. So from here, just press the palms into the mat and lift the elbows off the mat. Turn your toes under and lift the knees off the ground and stay there for a moment. Lots of work here on the upper back. Now press your chest towards the thighs and lift your hips up and back and keep lifting up. Your biceps are next to your ears. If your arms are tired, come back down, it's okay. And then gently press one heel down deeply into the mat. And then switch your legs and press the other heel down. And then maybe press both heels down. And again, if the heels may not come down, don't worry. If you want to bend your knees, you can always bend the knees if that feels good. See what feels good with you. And if you want to come back to all fours, that's okay too. Take a deep breath, downward dog. And then just gaze forward. Bring your feet towards your hands. And then we're going to go into Malasana squat. So you're going to bring your hips down towards your heels. And this is a great, great way to open up the inner thighs, to strengthen the spine, strengthen the inner thighs. And it's great for digestion. It's great for massaging the inner organs and for diabetes. So just take a breath here. One more breath. Bring your hands onto the ground and lift your hips. Turn the toes forward, let the heels come down. Okay. And then go ahead and let your head hang and take a hold of your opposite elbow, opposite hand. And just stay there for a moment and straighten out the knees just a little bit. And as we do this, you're going to stretch in the back of the legs. You can sway side to side. Deep breath. Keep going, just nice deep stretches and deep breaths here. And then bring your hands back to the ground, look up. Put your hips down low, so you want to, that perfect. And then bring your hands to hips, and you're going to slowly come all the way back up. Inhale. Beautiful. And bring your legs together. Roll the shoulders back and down. In Tadasana, we're going to take a deep breath in the nose. And slowly let it go. Notice the shoulders are down the back. The tailbone is tucked under just a little, so we don't have a big arch in the back. Tailbone tucked under. And you're going to squeeze the outer hips slightly inwards. And even the ribs. Sometimes we're standing here and our ribs stick out. So you want to bring the ribs back inwards towards the hip bones. And just find your breath. Feel it coming into the nostrils, into the belly. And as you exhale, let the breath, feel the breath leaving the nostrils. And then inhale, lengthen both arms straight up. Interlace the fingers and squeeze the biceps towards the ears. Keep lengthening up. You want to reach up as high as you can reach. And then exhale. And if you want to do this standing, but you want to use a chair for balance, you can still do this and then reach to the right. Or if you're on here, you can reach to the right. Keep the biceps close to the ears and keep reaching and lengthening into a half moon shape. Good. One more deep breath. And inhale, lengthen, and release. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, reach up, biceps next to the ears. Exhale to the left. Reach, squeeze the biceps in towards the ears. And inhale, lengthen, and exhale, release. Take your hands onto your hips, and just lift the right knee straight up. Okay, we're gonna do some movement here. This is great for your joints. Take the right leg and you can put it all the way back behind you and then all the way back in front of you. So a lot of movement in your hip joints. Hold on to the chair if that's good. You can always stand up and hold on to your chair and just a little bit more movement and bring it back. Bring it forward. One more, bring it back and bring it forward. Hold it there and then bring the right ankle right and left. So you're working into this hip joint again for 4. Try not to move the hips, keep them very stable. Hold on to the chair if you need to. It's better to hold on than to move the hips too much. And 2, and 1. Stay here, press the right toe back, inhale, lengthen. Or again, hold on to the chair and exhale, tap and tap it back. And lift and tap. Hold on to the chair, please, if that's good for your body. Tap and back and tap and back. And tap, and then just bend the knee, hold it here. Or you can bring it down, shake it out if you need to shake it out. And then open up that right leg to the right. So we're going to tree pose. I'll give you a kind of explanation here. You'll notice the hips here. When the leg turns, you don't want the hips to turn, okay? You only want the leg to turn in its socket. So you might stay here in front, or you may be able to go to the side, but don't let the hips turn to the side. You want the back to be very, very stable, right? So that nothing is bending in the low back. You want to protect your low back at all times. And then the foot can be on the ground if that's better for you. It doesn't matter. Ankle is good, calf is good, or above the knee. We never want the foot on the knee joint. We want to protect the knee joint. Hold on again if you need. Now press this left hip inwards. Okay? Bring your hands to heart, or maybe just one hand to heart. That's okay too. Whatever works today. Find a focal point and just focus. Take a breath and just be here in this moment. If you want more, maybe you lengthen the arms and reach it to the sky. This is going to be one of our main poses today, so let's just really spend some good time here. The left knee is soft. It's not bent, it's soft. If you want those challenge, you can bring that right hand down and reach to the left. And try to reach to the right. And come back to center. Bring your hands back to heart. Bring that right ankle and the right knee forward again. And release. Okay? And then shake that left leg out a little bit. You're working that calf and the ankle is working hard. Make sure that the leg that's standing is never tight. You don't want the tight knee. You want a soft knee, not bent, but soft. Only then are you working the muscles and not the joint, overworking the joint. Okay, so let's do the other side. Here we go, left knee lifts. Bring it back. and bring it up. And bring it back. So working into that hip joint, bring it forward, bring it back, bring it forward. One more, bring it back, and bring it forward. Hold it here, flex the foot, and side to side, getting into that hip joint. 3, 2, and 1. Bring that left leg back behind you. Bring both arms up or just one arm up if you're using a chair. And exhale, lift and tap. Notice again, I'm not bending my back and my body. It's just the leg is lifting. Leg is lifting and tap. And lift and tap. Good. It's lift. You're stretching the back of the leg. You're stretching the quads. One more. Lift and tap and left knee up. Again, rotate that leg outwards and then decide the toe should be on the ground, ankle, not the knee, or into the groin. Notice this right hip, if it's sticking outwards, press it back in. And then hands to heart, or hold on. Find your drishti, your focal point. And then find yourself rooting down into the earth. And find the energy from the earth coming into the body, through the body, and maybe out up into the fingertips as you lengthen, or as you hold on, that's fine too. Deep breath. Fill the belly and release it. This is a great way to learn focus. As we get older, balancing becomes more difficult. So we're really strengthening the muscles in our legs to help us balance and focus. And then if you're doing a little bit more, you can reach the hand and reach it over. Breath. And come back, inhale. Hands back to heart. Bring that left knee forward. And release it. And then shake out that right leg. And shake it out. Good. So from here, we're going to go out into a wide stance. Wide stance. So we're going to have our toes pointing outwards, hands to heart. And we're going to bend the knees. So this is a goddess pose. The knees on top of the ankle and the knees the same direction as your toes. The knees should never go beyond the toes or the ankle because that will hurt the joint. And you're pressing into the heels, hands. Actually, bring your hands back behind you. If you're holding onto a chair, you can hold onto a chair here. And you're going to exhale to the right and center. We'll just go one way first. And right and center and right and center. One more. It's right and center. And then if you're on, you're still on the chair, you can hold on to the other side and go to the left and center and left. You're really working up the side body and left and center. One more. It's left and center. And then inhale, star pose. Open the arms in a big star. Exhale, go back to goddess. Press the elbows in. Inhale, lift up, getting the biceps to work and your shoulder joints. And bring it in. And for those who want extra challenge, come onto your toes and do it one more time. Inhale on your toes and exhale, keep it on your toes and release and turn the toes in forward. So we're going to go into a wide angle forward bend. And this is a great stretch for the back of the leg. So you can straighten out the legs a little bit if you can. Yeah. And hands to hips. And you're going to forward fold this way, but make sure your hips are not going backwards. But you want to have your body, use your abs to come forward. Okay? So here we go. Exhale, forward bend. Stay here. Okay? Good. Now bring your hands back behind you. If you're standing, even if you're sitting, you might be able to do this. And then lift the arms up and release the head, opening up the shoulder joint. Okay. Deep breath here. And then lean forward if you're in the standing pose and press the heel down. You'll get a great stretch on the back of the legs, inside the legs. Lean forward, press the heels down. One more deep breath. Gently bring your hands back to your hips. Come up halfway so your spine is straight. Press into your feet and come back up. Inhale. Beautiful, guys. And you're going to walk your feet in, or you can jump it in if you like jumping. And we're going to come back onto the mat. Right? So I'm gonna do this with a little sun salute here. So just inhale lift, and then a little back bend. Squeeze your glutes to do a back bend, or just stay here, and this is okay too. If you're doing a back bend, please squeeze the glutes. This is protecting your low back. Inhale lift. Exhale forward bend. Bend the knees as much as you need to reach the ground. Fingertips all the way down. Bring both palms down. Bring right leg all the way back. We're going into that Surya Namaskar. And then bring the right knee down. So if you're on a chair, you can bring that right knee up. And then inhale, just lift the heart. Let the hips come down low. And again, if you're here, you can lift the knee up towards you. And then inhale, lift. Bring your hands back to your hips. And then straighten out this left knee. So now your leg can be straight. And then exhale, forward bend. So you gotta stretch in that back of that leg. It's like a half split. One more deep breath. And then you're gonna bend the knee again and bring that left leg back behind you. And then instead of going through the whole flow right now, let's just bring the right leg in front. And inhale lift. So you're gonna lift your right knee up towards your chest. And dip the hips, not just downwards, but down and forward. So that you're stretching into this left hip flexor. Deep breath. Bring your hands back to hips. Straighten out the right leg. Okay. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, forward bend. Notice my hip is staying on the side. It's not coming forward. My chest is coming forward. I'm not rounding up. I'm lengthening the spine, bringing the chest forward, and I'm not trying to shrug my shoulders. I'm unshrugging my shoulders so that I'm getting the benefit of the stretch in the leg. One more deep breath here. And then go ahead and bring that right leg back. And we're gonna come back to seated. And we're gonna do a little inner thigh stretch. We're gonna go into Baddha Konasana. Heels and toes together. And you can also just bring maybe one leg up and try it. One, I don't know. And straighten up the spine, inhale. And exhale, we're gonna forward bend. Again, bend the elbows towards you and bring the chest forward, bring the chin forward instead of rounding up here, right? So chin, chest forward, keep stretching forward, deep breath. And if you're on the chair, you can always switch the leg at any time. And then rise it back up. Bring the legs back in. And we're gonna slowly roll down onto our backs. We'll do a few things on our backs and then we'll get ready for meditation. So let's go ahead and round up the back for this one and start to roll down, lift the toes. And you're gonna come all the way down onto the ground. Bring the feet underneath you so that you can touch your heels with your fingertips. And we're going into bridge pose. And bridge pose is really, really great to strengthen the entire body. As you lift the hips just a little, take your hands underneath the body and then shimmy the shoulder blades together. And then press the elbows down, the pinkies down, and press your chest up. We're not squeezing the glutes so much. This is not the glute exercise. It's a stretch in the upper back and in the chest, in your shoulders. Hold it down. If those who want a little extra challenge, lift one leg at a time and hold it up. Otherwise, stay where you are. Squeeze the heels down. If you're here with me, you can keep pressing another leg up and hold. Press the other heel down. Deep breath. And release. And then slowly release the arms from underneath you and the upper back and the middle and the low back all the way down. And then exhale, squeeze the thighs into Apanasana, into the chest. Wrap your hands around the calves. Exhale, squeeze it down and bring the forehead into the knees. You can do this if you're sitting in the chair as well. Really, really great for digestion. Just bring it up and exhale, bring the forehead to the knees. Inhale, lengthen. Let's do it one more time. Exhale, squeeze it all in. This is great for digestion, diabetes. And release. Bring that right leg straight up. And bring both hands behind the right thigh. Drop your shoulders down and gently squeeze that right leg towards you. If you can come higher, or you can even bring it onto your toe. Take a deep breath. And then bring that right ankle to the left thigh. Open the right knee. And then gently bring that left thigh into the chest. Flex both your feet. You're getting a stretch in your hips. And if you're on the chair, this can also be done here. You can be like this. And again, one more time, just forward bend, right? And you get a stretch in your thighs, in your hips. Perfect. And release. Left leg straight up, hands behind the thighs or the calves, or get a hold of the toe and gently press the leg towards you, stretching the back of the leg. And then the left ankle on the right thigh. If you're on the chair, do the same thing. And then bring the thigh into the chest. Relax the shoulders, relax the belly. Big inhales in the nose and a slow exhale out of the nose. And then gently release the leg. And then you can stay here with your legs bent, or maybe you're opening up your legs into final resting pose with palms up. If you're staying here for meditation, maybe get a pillow for underneath your legs and underneath your head. Or if you're going to come back up to seated, you will be sitting with a straight spine. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes and palms up. And then just slowly follow your breath as we start our meditation. Thank you all for being here. Namaste.
Stay in a comfortable position and close your eyes. And gently direct your attention to your breath. Maybe taking a few deep breaths and feeling the sensation of breathing in your body. Feeling the air in your nostrils, your throat, and the rising and falling of your chest. Just feeling that wave inside your body, that rhythmic movement. And if you get lost in other thoughts, whenever you become aware of it, just gently bring your attention back to your breath. Now, see if you can put your hand on your heart. Feel the warmth of your hand on your chest. And bring to mind somebody you care for, somebody you love. And keeping that person in your mind, repeat these words to yourself. May they be safe. May they be happy. May they live a life of ease. And may they live a long and healthy life. And keeping your heart in your mind and keeping your hand on your heart, bring that same compassion and love towards your own self. And repeat these words. May I feel safe. May I be happy. May I live a long and healthy life. When you're ready, open your eyes and come back to the room. Namaste, everybody. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next Thursday. Same time,